Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are doing a little bit of a variant too, and also is Hulkbuster a good counter for the very delightful Havok? Now first of all, starting with variant 2, as you know, heavy machinery does look to stack on some extra damage with that lovely shock damage. So I'm going to play you through some variant 2 fights, talk a little bit further about the very delightful Hulkbuster, and yeah, if you did want to skip to find out why Hulkbuster is a good counter for Havok, skip to 9 minutes 21 in the timestamp, which I think we put in the pinned comment or the description down below. Now I'm having so much fun with this champion. Also, very quickly to let people know is that Kabam will be sorting out after the beta is finished and everything is done and dusted, when the champion, you know, is gone by the Kabam, we're going to go, oh, he's fine, or he's like not so fine. Kabam will change that little minus 25% potency of bleeds and poisons, which is going to be beneficial for those that run S-word masteries. Obviously, as you know, I can't say the proper S-word for the masteries because YouTube demonetizes my content every time I say it. That's nice of them. Obviously, just to point out, I am running those S-word masteries, which obviously sees Liquid Courage and Double Edge very early on, which obviously Double Edge is now expired. So it's a case that you're going to be seeing the poison a lot more. And now we're into the Loki fight. I really love Hulkbuster. Now, I know that some people will say there's a certain way to play him. I think Kabam said it's a combination of spamming SP2s and spam SP2 to then go into SP1 very quickly. I kind of feel that for me it's not the case. And that is just, again, with S-word masteries, in that I don't want to recoil quite so much damage. The advantage is that when you get the champion down low enough health, you will be triggering off that self-repair. And let's face it, that self-repair is some of the tasty amounts of regen I've ever seen. Even though I'd say King Groot is the #1 champ for regeneration, and I am actually kind of thinking about the future with that champion for incursion. As you know, I've got 6-star rank 2, and with these XL champions, it does mean that they're so more effective for stuff. As you can see there, there's a huge amount of shock that's been dealt and kind of built up from doing variant 2, and also that heavy machinery node buff for the, I'm just trying to remember which one it was. But it's like there's so many there that benefit XL champions, and Hulkbuster in general, regardless if this is the heavy machinery variant 2 path or variant 2 mission, you're going to find that this champion is going to be the best for it. And again, just to point out, this is straight from the beta, and everything is subject to change. I hope personally Kabam do not change this champion. I don't feel that they should. Yes, there is some amazing amounts of damage. I mean, that there was like an, if you did 10,000 from a single crit, and then over the back of like shooting an SP3, because let's face it, if you do shock damage, then you are going to be able to like beef up your champion to do some extensive damage, even if you get it close to that self-repair. Also to point out, I am using my iPhone 7 Plus, and as well, it's not very good. It's not a very good device. It's from 2016, I want to say, so it's 4 years old, or was it 2017? Either way, it's old, and I'm utilizing it on here because my new device, my iPhone 11 Pro, works better, but it doesn't shift quite well between the game center. So I don't really want to be playing about with different things. I'd rather just go in with the device that I had. Is this champion, I think one of the questions is this champion S-word masteries friendly? Yes, it will be down the line, so in the future it will be. One thing that I'm just adjusting to with this champion, obviously this is, you know, fresh, it's 24 hours, it's less than 24 hours since we've had this champion, is that when you come out of an SP3 or timed to watch out for unblockable, and something I think I prefer doing is shooting off an SP3 and then just going straight in to just scale up the damage. Especially that's beneficial when it comes to the fact if you've got a lot of shocks on the enemy, that does benefit your damage dealing in a very short space of time. So at the moment there was no shocks on, but obviously, unfortunately, I hit it too early. But it doesn't matter. The power control aspect of the SP3 is beautiful. And there's going to be an instance where I kind of like go very... Now there I should have been a bit more kind of aggressive, but I wanted to watch out with Hood, because he's you know, a bit kind of... If he throws his SP1 or push him towards his SP2, then it's just going to be a bit more painful. And you can see a lot of the issues that just then start that Vulture fight, where Swipe backs don't work quite so well on this device. It's a case that I have to use my iPhone 11 Pro now. The 7 Plus for recording purposes, obviously it's widescreen and it's very kind of short and narrow screen, which I don't like. I don't think it looks very good on the screen. So in the future I'll probably have a device that is a tablet or something. Okay, so I'm trying to SP1 push because I do feel this is probably the best thing to do. We've got one shock on at the moment. I'm trying to make sure I keep the champion SP1 level so that I don't push the SP2. I'm not very good with avoiding the SP2 for some reason, as well as the Scuffy device. Hitting off the SP3, we're going to get them shocks. I don't see at times the, obviously 30% to get, there's one shock that was on there, so that mean that the SP3 was more powerful, and as well, you know, we've got the unblockable, getting hit a few times, again, that just goes down to a few kind of issues with the device. I kind of like to sort this out a little bit later on, but it's not great as well. A combination of beta, using the 7 Plus and all the device doesn't really some effective and fun gameplay. But either way, I must say, if Kabam keep this champion to this standard, is it going to be groundbreaking? I mean, it's not. It's like Colossus, really. The same kind of principles there. You've got to do X, Y, and Z in order to ramp up the champion more. You've got to have more armor up to do this. I feel there's a little bit less effort to get this. You do have to work hard. That's the thing I like to point out. You have to work hard to get it. Hopefully, this isn't looking too good. But it's showcasing something which is the regeneration factor. I really want 200 SIG and rank 5 my Hulkbuster based on this beta, if it is kept the same way it is. I'm kind of like not playing this one particularly well. There's some instances where I play relatively well, and then other instances where I don't. I guess, you know, it's just a case of like most players have this issue where sometimes you kind of say, right, well that's the game, that's the inputs, but other times you're like, no, this is me having a little bit of a scuff time, and I'm being a bit cagey. That's the problem. I do kind of have some kind of unreliance with the game. That kind of, do I trust it? Do I trust the AI? And I'm not trusting the AI too much, which is the thing. Now, self-repair. Look at this extensive self-repair coming in. What's that? 684 a tick, and that's so handy. Imagine if you go into fight, and I think this is going to be an amazing incursions. We can't play incursions in the beta at the moment, and that's fine. Honestly, it's going to be out soon enough. But I do love the fact of like a potential champion to utilize for that. So yeah, I really cannot wait. And the Heimdall fight, like, look, this is class advantage. There's some things that work in the champion's favor and not in the champion's favor. So I love it. I love seeing all of those. I think we've got 3 shocks on now, so I'm going to put in an SP3. We've got 3 shocks on. Let's see the melter of the special damage. Oh yes, that is it. That is the melter. Absolute melter of the damage there. And the stacks are on there. Yeah, it's really nice. Now I do mess up this fight, but it's just a case of to showcase. I think this one's all about showcasing the power control. Now, you can do, I would say, if I wasn't running S-word masteries, it would be better to build up to stuff like SP2s more easily. And something I think as well to point out, like here, is it here? Yeah, no, it's not here. There's some instances where I'm pretty certain I swipe back in time and I get clipped by the last part of the SP2. There. And that's the annoying thing. That seems to be quite an inconsistency. And again, it's down to the device where the last part of the swipe isn't registered, or if you swipe more than about 2 times, then it just becomes a bit scuffy. Either way, I think this is a good example of power control. Is it here? No, it's going to come up in a minute. We're going to see if we can get some like decent power control. But yeah, this just showcases what I wanted to show you all today, and then that is that variant 2 is it's just so much more interesting and fun. You see the self-repair coming in, which is saving my butt a lot of times. So depending if you're like you know, a good player, average player, having that self-repair around can save your butt when things go wrong is there. So now we're on to the Havok fight, and why Hulkbuster is a good Havok counter is going to be seen. So as you can see, plasma charges are building up on me at the moment. We're going to reach to 10, boom, gone, because we got an armor up buff. That's the most effective and fun side of things, is having that armor up buff, which, look, is suppressing a lot of those plasma charge build up. So you know, you're not gonna or plasma effects, I can't remember what it is, the plasma debuff basically, because as you know, when they reach up to 10, they kind of explode or expire, and it's the case like you will take damage. Before, people would say, I mean, that's a bad evade by me, I'll take that. You know, you would say that Angela was a good counter. You would say a lot of champions that cast any kind of armor buff. But it was a case you could, I'd say, count on one hand like a really strong champion to take down the Havok bosses for stuff like Alliance Wars, or if we had an Alliance Quest and stuff like that. And as well, this one in particular is from Act 6.1.6. I just feel that this is a great counter for it, and as well, I am interested. I don't have the time just yet to kind of build up and do 6.3.3, I want to say, the Havok boss with that. But it is something I would like to test down the line, especially when I rank 5 my Hulkbuster, and I will be looking at the potential for taking on that content. Either way, I am really impressed by Hulkbuster. I hope you are too, especially from what you've seen. Thanks for watching this video, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.